Hello students. So today we are going to finish talking about area. We started yesterday, just to recap real quickly. The code word was watermelon. It's not the code word today. But area. Area is the measurement in square units that covers an object. Okay, so think about covering an object. So let's draw a triangle real quickly. Maybe, quite possibly, the ugliest triangle you've ever seen in your life. And what we're really finding in area is how many square units, cover this triangle. Well, back in 5th grade, you would count the squares and do your best to kind of estimate how many square units there were if it ended up being like incomplete squares. So you would just count them up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 until you found an area. In 6th grade, you developed your understanding a little bit more to start using the formulas for areas, such as the formula for area of a triangle, which is 1/2 the base times height, so that you didn't have to worry about counting squares or guessing does this piece and that piece make a whole. So a much more sophisticated understanding of area. So moving on, yesterday we did the area of parallelograms and triangles, and we talked about the relationship between the triangle and the parallelogram, which the triangle was 1/2 of the parallelogram, which is why the formula is 1/2 base times height. Moving on today, we're going to talk about the formula for trapezoids. The formula for a trapezoid is the area equals 1/2 of base 1 plus base 2 times the height. Now, you might be a little bit confused right now about this base 1 and base 2. Simply, there are two parallel lines on trapezoids, so we can't really determine which one is the base. There's a base 1 and a base 2, because either way, those are both bases. And then we have our height. So base 1, base 2, and then our height, because that's the distance between the bases, perpendicular between the bases. So let's start plugging in some numbers and do some calculations. 1/2, of course, is just going to carry down to 1/2. Then inside of parentheses, base 1 plus base 2. So 6 plus 20, end our parentheses. And then now multiplied by our height, which is 10. So order of operations dictates that I have to do what the operation inside my parentheses first. So 6 plus 20, which is 26. Then complete the rest of the expression there. Now, because of cumulative property, I can do this in any order I want because it's all multiplication. But really finding half of 26 is fairly easy. We know that that is 13. Now, times the 10. And 13 times 10 is 130 square units, and our units are centimeters. So 130 centimeters squared. Make sure you've copied that in your notes so that you can use this for your review quiz tomorrow. We will be finding the area and perimeter of parallelograms, triangles, trapezoids, and our next figure, which is a circle. Now, there is only one formula for area of a circle that you will be using. It's area equals pi r squared. Remember that r stands for radius, which is from the midpoint in a circle out to the edge. And for right now, we're going to use the approximation of 3 for pi times our radius, which is 5 squared. Now again, order of operations tells us that we must do the exponent before we do the multiplication here. So 5 squared is 25, and then carry the rest of it down. And now 3 times 25 is 75. But again, this is our 75 inches squared is our area. Now again, this is an approximation, so it's about 75 inches squared. And since we rounded pi down to 3, that means our answer is a little bit too small. So 75, but a little more. So now you have found the perimeter of all 4 figures: a parallelogram, a triangle, a trapezoid, and a circle, as well as the area of those 4 figures. So using these notes, you can be and you will be successful on your quiz tomorrow that's reviewing area and perimeter of these figures. Come to school tomorrow with these notes complete and neat, and you should be very successful. And today's code word is honeydew. Bye.